Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome to this new video on Solana. We're going to do a full update. We'll zoom out, we'll zoom in, we'll talk about some fundamentals for Solana, but in general, we'll talk about everything you need to know. So let's get right into it. And also, if you're interested in Solana updates, both fundamentally, because I try to incorporate the fundamentals and technicals, so also technically, consider subscribing. I try to cover Solana at least every other day, alright? So every 2 days there should be a full comprehensive update on Solana. But we're going to do a full update now. First of all, zoomed out, we're at a crucial resistance level here at the yearly rolling VWAP, which also coincides with one of the major resistance zones of last year. Which just to make it easy for ourselves is around 175, but it's a very big area, right? I mean, it basically goes all the way from 164, which also served as resistance sometimes, all the way up to the value area low of February this year, right here at 190. So it's a very big area. So far we've reached 184. Can we still reach up higher? Yes, but that very much depends on the support right now. All right, because what you can see is that Solana is at resistance, and after hitting that resistance level, we have lost momentum. All right, you can see the volume down here is making lower highs. It's in a very beautiful trend right here, and even though Solana has been able to hold this balance here to the upside, which you can see, there still is some good balance right here, and we still have that strong support level at 164 right here. So let's mark that on the chart. I am a little bit worried about Solana, all right, and that's not only because of the decreasing momentum here in price action, which certainly is one of the reasons why I'm a little bit worried about Solana. But then outside of that, the general market, look, Bitcoin is holding fine, right? I mean, Bitcoin is holding support fine, and it's doing great. However, if you then take a look at the Bitcoin dominance, that is surging again, right? And if the Bitcoin dominance is surging and Bitcoin is consolidating, what that means is that altcoins are weak, all right? And then if you combine that with the fact that Solana has no specific momentum of its own, matter of fact, it's losing momentum. That makes me worried, at least slightly, for this being the top, a local top at least, and that we will pull back into this support level right here between 150 and 154, where we have the 200 EMA, the point of control, and a 30-day rolling VWAP, and a lot of imbalances. All right, so if we drop down, if we drop down below our support levels here, we can drop down into that support level very easily. Now, there's two main reasons why I still think it is most likely, though, that we will rally up higher while still being cautious about the fact that we can drop down lower. And that is that, first of all, the fundamentals for Solana are pretty good. The DEX trading volumes, which I think is the most important metric for the value of Sol, they've been high, and they've been consistently high, I would say, since the end of April. And then outside of that, the markets, if you zoom all the way out, the markets as a whole are still bullish, right? So if you take a look at altcoin indices, right, so that's others. If you take a look at Bitcoin, higher time frames, they're still bullish. All right, so then we have to keep at least somewhat of a positive, a bullish bias on altcoins as well. So therefore, I would say, short term, I would expect a move into the value area low right here at 168. I think it's also possible we drop down all the way to 164. That's the main support area. But from there, I do expect us to hold support. I expect us to reclaim some support levels right here, stay in this balance up here, and then eventually get that move, get a breakout here above the most important resistance level at 179, 180, and eventually get a move into the 190s, where I think we'll get a local top. Those are my thoughts, all right? That's what I think you need to know. I will keep you updated on this, all right? So keep an eye on the channel, like I said, if you're interested in that. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care, and bye.